You already own nothing and love it. And most of you embraced it willingly. No CDs, no DVDs. You traded them for an iPad and called it an upgrade. Now you pay Netflix to watch movies you do not own. You pay Spotify to hear music you do not own. The moment you stop paying everything, you lose access to everything. You do not even own the books you read anymore. Audiobooks, podcasts, they can rewrite digital books after you buy it. You outsource your groceries to DoorDash, you outsource your rides to Uber. You let an app decide what you eat for dinner. You let an algorithm plan your route to work. Basic things. Things your grandparents did without thinking twice. You have outsourced all of it. And you sit in a house that you're probably renting. Now, here is where I need you to connect the dots. I have been telling you for years that universal basic income is coming, not because I think it's a good idea, because most of you are already asking the government to solve your problems. And the government is the same entity printing the money that is making everything unaffordable. UBI is not freedom, it's consumption support. They give you just enough to keep you spending, while they buy the real assets and tokenize them, and sell you fractions of things you use to be able to own outright. I have also been telling you about the tokenization of real world assets. Most of you cannot afford a real asset right now. So they buy it, tokenize it, sell you a subscription to something they control. You think it's investing, you are renting access to wealth you will never fully own. This is the hidden wealth transfer. This is what the Deep Shift series has been building towards. Now, watch this clip because Simon Dixon says it better than me.
Assets are going to become harder and harder to own as a result of AI. Now, couple that with tokenization, where they won't even let you own the asset. They want the custodian to own the asset and you to own the token. And you've got these structural paper contracts where they don't want you to own the Bitcoin. They want you to own the paper Bitcoin. So daily life gets cheaper, but ownership gets more expensive. And that's what I think we're witnessing. That's the trend that I'm looking out for. And that's what I think the data is. This is the hidden wealth transfer. So the headlines during this whole thing will say to you, everything's getting cheaper. AI is making everyone's life better. You now have universal basic income. You don't need to work. But it is a wealth transfer between those different things that are happening. And so the middle class was effectively built upon ownership. That was the boomers after World Wars that were able to get the real estate at an affordable rate. They were able to leverage up the debt. They own the property. They own the businesses. They own the stocks. They have the savings. And AI essentially